Welcome to part 5, Automate Plotting of an Area. We're going to complete this exercise, which asks us to write a function that accepts a group, area, and kind, and returns a bar plot of the actual and predicted kind for that area. So here's the function signature. We're going to accept that all data frame that has data for every area for all dates, the group, so either world or USA, the area, which is a country or a US state, the kind, which is one of these four values, and then the last date and first predicted date. So it might be good actually to look at this df all data frame. So this is what it's going to accept. And what we're going to do is we're going to select just a specific group and area along with this one of these four columns. So we're going to say the group. We're going to query for this. It's going to be it's going to equal to the. We're going to filter for the group that is passed and the area, which is filtered for this area. And then we're going to select the column, which is the kind that's passed. So it's one of these four values. But before we do that, so that'll filter the data for a particular area. We're going to set the index. I'm going to put the date in the index. And then we will take that column, we'll select that column like this. And this will be all of the data. So that'll be a series. And just so we can see the results, let's go ahead and look at this. So it's going to return the New York cases. This is total cases. And the last date and first predicted date were set in the previous video. So we have that. So that looks good. So now what we need to do is to plot the actual and predicted as separate traces. So we could say S actual equal, or how about this? We'll say X actual equals S dot. We will, so no, let's actually do, so S actual. So the actual data, we will go up to the last date, and the S predict will be from the first predict date onwards. So that'll split the two. But then we need X actual and Y actual. So what do we pass to the X and Y of the add trace methods? So this will be just the index. This will be the dates. Y actual will be just the values here itself. So we can leave it like this. We could turn it into a NumPy array. It's fine. And then we need the same thing. So we'll just copy and paste this, but we need it for the predictions. So we'll just remove actual like this. So now we have our data, and maybe we'll put so we filter for our data, we get the actual series, we get the prediction series, then we get the X and Y actual and the X and Y prediction. Now we just need to feed this to Plotly. So we're going to create a fig in here using the figure class like this. So we're going to do our set our three-step process. Then we're going to add a bar plot. This time, not a scatter plot. It asks us to add a bar. So the trace for bar is just add bar, and it happens to have the same signature X and Y. So X is going to be X actual, Y will be Y actual, like this. And we will give it a name. So this will label it in the legend. So we'll call it actual. Then we're going to add another bar and say X equals X predict and Y equals Y predict and name equals prediction, like this. And then we could update the layout as well and say we'll just keep on using the same height and width, and the title will just say is the we can say is the area and the kind together. So this case will be New York and cases. Okay, so that looks good. Let me get rid of that data frame and let's go ahead and plot this. And what we need to do is return the figure. It did create it, but it didn't return it. And so here we go. So here's the New York cases. This time as a bar plot with the actual and predict. So it's two different traces. You have the first one over here, actual, and the second as predicted. So that's how we can automate this process for doing it for any country or state. So here's California. We could do the world and do Italy. We can change this to, so see our model is saying there's going to be a big increase, deaths and so forth. You can even do daily deaths like this. So it looks like our model might be overestimating over here. But so we can change these parameters around to choose the area and then choose what kind is plotted. Okay, so that's it for writing a function that automates the plotting of an area.